Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode. Now you guys seem to have loved the last one on Wall Street Bets, and being as this is Saturday today, I decided it'd be a great time to cover this week's most crazy trades on the site. So if you do like the sound of that, please do leave a like and subscribe because I'm making Wall Street Bets videos more often alongside the videos that I make anyway, so that's going to be coming out more often soon. Also, if you want to learn how to actually become good at trading and make money instead of losing it like some of the videos that I'm going to be showing you here, please do subscribe because we have at least 3 playlists talking about how you can improve your trading methods, where I try and educate you guys how to trade. But now we're going to jump straight in. So the first one that we have is from 2 days ago. This individual says that they were laid off this year, moved their money from a 401k into an IRA and quote unquote invested it on SPX calls from the FD, and today they have an account value change from just a 1 day plus 541%. So obviously 530.41% to be exact is the amount that's gone up by, and we can see the spike on that graph here. So it's very, very good. Massive improvement for today for this person. So very, very happy for them. Nice to see this big change in 1 day. Obviously very, very lucky to have caught 500% in 1 day. But this is what can happen when you do risky things, when you quote unquote invest without the knowledge. So if you don't know the story behind Wall Street Bets and how it works, I recommend that you check out the last video in the series because I cover everything that you need to know in there about how the site basically works and why people make such huge profits and also losses. So I think it's important to actually talk about losses on the site because a lot of people don't. But here just above we have this individual from 5 hours ago actually, so very, very, very new. They apparently have lost 95.2%. So this person has now got 2.4 thousand, started off with basically 50,000, so that is terrible. And you can see it's just been a slow ride all the way down on a long period of time now. Obviously this person's on the all-time chart, so it looks like they have been invested for quite a while and they've just let it drop and drop and drop. Must have got a little bit confident when they saw small spikes, and obviously at the start of this year it looks like, or even more recently than that, it's completely just dropped off. So very unfortunate for this person, and the comments on this was something I find quite funny because obviously this person's not going to be very confident to invest. And then the first comment below says you still have 2.4 thousand to invest. So fair enough, but you know, that's just one of them kinds of things. Very, very upsetting to hear that, but it does happen sometimes, so it's very important to note that as well. So now we're going to move on to some more of these in a second, but I'm just going to have a little scroll through and see if we can find anything else funny. So here it looks like we have something for a Tesla, and we have an account value change of plus 476%. Now obviously I'm going to be scrolling through this to see what's going on with this video, and that is where I'm going to find the clips from. But in this one we can see here this person started off with an account balance of 34,000, apparently made 400% and got Tesla for a price of 355.38 per share, I believe that is, and basically they've made 28,000 on that. So it's very interesting to see, very nice one for them. Obviously a very happy trader right there. So now we have another person here saying I'm the 28.6k guy, but I'm done. Fair enough, that's not very happy to hear. But that I can understand that with this logic. Not very happy things to get into. Quite upsetting when people do these high risks. But there we go. There's just a few from today, and we're going to go a little bit further into this forum right now. I'll see what else we can find from this week. So here we have a straight line on a graph here. This individual is not necessarily saying that they have bought this one, but this looks to be the S&P 500 index, showing the huge green line rise that it's had over the last few years. Now this person is not saying that they have invested in it, but I do think it's interesting to cover this one too, because I am sure there's quite a few investors out there that have done this investment by themselves and made quite a few nice profits. Now I've got a video coming up soon on the S&P 500, so that's going to be very interesting, and my personal investments in it. So if you like the sound of that, please do leave a like on that, as like I just said, when it comes out, and subscribe so that you don't miss it when it actually does release. But here is just one of the trades which someone is demonstrating. So here we have another trader which is basically saying that they have made huge gains on a stock overnight. So this time we're saying 228k overnight on Theta or something. Honestly, I've never even heard of that stock, but this individual is saying they have made 228k overnight, which does sound a little bit large, but obviously, like we know, things, news and stuff can come out for this. So here we have it, and this person is saying they have made such a huge profit, and I thought this is a very interesting one to include in there because it's such a huge one. But yes, I can't personally see any proof of this. Now there is a link to Imager, which might say something more clear, and I think that just shows the position. So we're not going to go into that, but if you do want to look up that, you can see the individual's name is here. I'm not even going to try and pronounce any of these names, but here we have one for 228k overnight. Very, very cool investment to see. So not necessarily the biggest price rise, but percentage is a big thing to consider when looking at these, and this person is basically saying that they have made a huge percentage. Now over the past 3 months they're looking at a 265.55% rise, so they made 16,000 in profit in the last 3 months. Very amazing. And the comment for this is, I'm only 3,000 points away from unlocking the day trading feature on the Robinhood game. Obviously a joke, but very interesting and very cool. I do like that joke. So very good trade here again. Now I've been saying that a lot because all we've seen this week so far for the last few days is apparently good trades. Now we saw a few little bad ones and the video's not over yet, so we'll see what else we can find from this week on Wall Street Bets. So I don't even know how to approach this one. This one is, I mean, there are screenshots here, but this is not very, it's just a very risky one. You're never going to find a thing like this often, but here we have a 2,493% increase, and this is starting off with apparently $1,500, turning it into 75k. Now we can see here 73,000 rise, and the total account balance on screen is apparently 76,218 and 39 cents to be exact. But this is an amazing one if it is legitimate. Now I'm not going to say any of these are or aren't legitimate, but this one is a very, very large increase, and with everything that's going on right now, it is possible to catch a rise like this, so it's impossible to say it's not true, but this is not a very often and common thing to see. So if you're watching this far into the future when everything's back to normal, hopefully it will be, this might not be as common to find over the past month as well. So very, very, very short periods to catch such a huge rise. But we can see here it's all come from a few days and the most recent time frames of the month. So maybe in the last week is where we saw the largest rise of everything, and that could contribute to, well, it does contribute to mainly everything. So I would like to know what this is actually an investment in, and basically how many positions they had and why they invested in it, and what have they invested in. That is the most important thing to know, because some stocks have been skyrocketing, some indexes have been as well, and some things just have not. So very important to know what that is, but that has not been listed, unfortunately. Hopefully we can find out what it is though. 17k to 197k plus a 50,000 401k. Now this one appears to be more of a story. So the individual is saying slow and steady wins the race. Fair enough, we can agree with that one. SPCE called SPY puts during the crash, then switching to tech stonks, and finally YOLOing it like a, we're not going to say that. It's not difficult to gamble, but only gamble what you can afford to lose. And this is something I always say, so that's a very good thing to consider. Tech stonks only going up. Yeah, very interesting. Also, actually, surprisingly true for the time being. They've basically only gone up this year, which is very interesting to see, actually, being as everything else has gone down. But I do like this one. Very, very, very good trade. Obviously, like I said, with the last one, this is just taking advantage of everything that's going on at the minute, so not exactly something that's repeatable in the future, because everything has been very unique with these experiences. Especially that's going to be true for the upcoming months and weeks in the future, maybe even years. So yes, everything is going good for these people, but this is not going to be repeatable forever. So it's important to note you can't really do this in the future forever because of obvious reasons, but it is good whilst it lasts. So credit to these people for doing it. All of this individual's money has gone. They have got $26.81 in this instance in their account. Started off with 9,973. Actually a little bit more than that when you add on the 26.81, but this individual has lost a lot, and this is clearly over the last few months, or at least it looks like it is. So this is very, very sad to see this person has lost out on so much money. So say after leave this post here until I break even. That's very wishful thinking. After a 60% gain today, I'm back to $26, 9973.19 more to go. Very, very sad to see that as our last trade today, but there we go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video today, and if you did, please do leave a like and check out any others in the series. A new video coming out tomorrow, and I'll see you in that one. Goodbye for now, however.